So, job offers everywhere. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, let's see who shows up here in a second. Man, I just ran across a really neat place. I was looking for a side bag because I have to get one really soon, so I want to be ready and know where I can get one that's one I need when I get my pay. Because mine is like messed up. And I order from the same guy all the time for years, but and he has a lifetime warranty, but this thing is so thrashed. And I hate to hurt somebody's money, but and I really like his product, but I just got this one like 6 months ago, and it's just thrashed already. So it's obviously really old stock. And usually it's 2 years before I order a new one. But anyway, somebody's there. I see you. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Whoever it is that's on here. Oh, they just jumped right out. So anyway, it was interesting because I went in this one store and um, the lady said, "Well, you'd have to speak to the person, the supervisor over that section with the pocketbooks," because I asked her if she had something like that, and it was really funny. She said, uh, "We're kind of short right now of workers." And I said, "Oh, so that means you're hiring?" She goes, "Oh yeah." I said, "Really?" And I said, "How do you like working here?" She says, "I like it." And I said, "Really?" And so I went over to the front cashier guy and I was asking him a question. And all of a sudden, this guy come prancing right up there, and he says, "This young lady is interested in a job, maybe." And he goes, "Really?" And he steps right up to me, and he's really nice. And and he says, "Do you have any experience?" I went, "Well, since I was like 15 and a half years old." And I said, "I got a degree in fashion design and merchandising at UCLA. And uh, I worked in Beverly Hills, and I wasn't even of age. I was still in high school. And I said, I worked for some of the top retailers." And I started throwing names out. And he's like, "How soon can you fill out the application?" I said, "You got full time?" He said, "Yes." And he said, "What days are you willing to work?" I said, "Everything but my mom and daddy's birthday and Mother's Day and Father's Day." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yes." "How soon can you fill out the application?" And he seemed really, really nice. And I went back and talked to one of the other workers, and they said, "We just recently got him. He's a new manager, and we love him. He is the greatest." And I said, "Really?" Because, man, I've been in that store before several times in the past. But let me tell you, oof, they were just, nobody was friendly. They were also chumpy. And everybody in there tonight was real friendly. And what was really cool is I saw my Reeboks dirt cheap on sale in there in my size. The only one in my size. Okay. Then I saw this really righteous rhinestone pocketbook. Oh my gosh. It had no price on it, so it was probably a good thing. So I couldn't even think about it, but it sure was beautiful. And then I looked around a lot of the merchandise. Beautiful, beautiful merchandise. I had two hats that were very beautiful and dirt cheap. I mean, amazingly reasonable. Um, but they had some very nice stock in there. It's a big store. I mean, big store. Really big store. And um, it's very nicely kept, super duper clean. You know, really, really impressive. impressive. Um, so I don't know. Maybe that's a really cool option too. The only thing is that he's going to be off a couple days before he can get to my application. But I looked it up on the internet just to see what was laying around there, and they've got like a loading dock and processing person, which I've done that. I've I mean I've done loading dock, but the processing person is I did that with Theodore. They taught me how to do that, where you get a shipment in, and then you have to go through and you know hang the right tickets to the garments and all that stuff and get them ready to go on the floor. You might have to steam them a little bit or something, that kind of thing. And, check them over to make sure they're okay inside and out. And check the quantity of the items and all that stuff. And so I know how to do all that. Uh, um, and that job pays real good. Um, and then they've got, just a regular retail salesperson type thing. That so, but they were so nice in there. I hope it's not a really low paying job. But anyway, uh, yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people were so nice. And the checker guy that I was talking to, used to be a CPA, and he said that he was more of a people person. He said he can't believe he did that job for so many years, that it was just so truly boring. And he was really good at it. He just said maybe he would rather being around people. But yet he's not there to like make big buddies at work or anything. He just likes being around people. And I said, well, I'm like that too. And so I said, it's funny. I was engaged to a CPA years ago, and um, that was interesting. I got sidewinded on that deal after 6 years. But anyway, yeah. So, man, that was a really great experience just now. Just found it on accident. I did go to a couple big sports stores to see what was going on, and one was freezing cold at Bass Pro Shops. I would have liked to looked at that some more because they're supposed to have like a giant pond there where you can test fishing lures and stuff like that. I would love to see that. Um, and I've never been in one before. I've always wanted to go see one. There was a huge one, I think out by Mobile or something, um, that I would have really loved to have gone to. And I had my daughter with me. We were on a road trip to California. Um, but uh, I've never really had the chance to go check it out and experience it, you know. And I would love to see that. Uh, so I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't, a lot of times, things fall apart for better things to come together, and it's probably so factual because really I was dreading to go into spring break in a few weeks here at the location I was at my main job because it's so problematic at spring break. And I didn't want to go through all that trial and tribulation. I really didn't, especially for that kind of money. And, I figured I'd just let it ride because they weren't training me for the job they were supposed to train me for. Everything they promised me for the job was not happening. And, you know, they were acting, real cool about it, like everything was okay and everything. And it wasn't. It was bullcrap. But, I rolled the guy. So, he was mad because I rolled him. He got caught. But, it's all right. Give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. So I'm sure it will be in very short order that he has to do something else for a living because if that company is smart and does investigate it like they told me today, if they actually open an investigation on it, um, that'd be interesting. I had a friend of mine who's a coworker at my other job that I had been working that I really liked, and I talked to her tonight, And she said, you know what? They were probably waiting to hear from you when he claimed that what happened yesterday and nothing happened yesterday at work. He wasn't even there. And she says, yeah, they were probably waiting from you to hear what happened yesterday when nothing happened. Then he's really in hot water because he lied. I mean, we had a great day without him. Don't doubt me. So it may have worked out for the best. I'm just nervous because I got to keep revenue. You know what I mean? I don't want to be without revenue. So, oh, and this company that was just at pays weekly. Yeah, I can't believe that. That was pretty cool. Um, because one of the employees told me that. That's right on the money right there. So, yeah. So we'll see what happens on that. Um, you know, still, I'm not crying over that other job. I did when I had my feelings hurt for 2 days solid. I couldn't take it anymore. It was just absolutely horrible to be talked to like that, and very unprofessional and very illegal to do to employees. That's a fact. But it's okay. Um, it's like I say, I didn't cry over what happened this morning. I mean, it was unfortunate, but it's okay because you know to be treated like I've been treated, especially this last week, man, it's not worth being there for sure. I was just trying to get a job before that so I could just bail on it, so I can go, sorry, I quit. You know, and that's it. You know, that's what I wanted to do. That's why I've been looking for work all this week. So, and what's really nice is this company. If I get a job with this company here, um, then it's right near my second job that I really liked so much that I hope I can get back. Um, because fault was due to my first job because they wouldn't give me my schedule in due time, you know, and that was the biggest part. And I love the people I was working with, so and I see them a lot anyway, even though I'm not working there, right now. So plus that business will be picking up in the next 2 weeks, and there will be more option for hours too. Um, so it could work out real good all kinds of ways. But this one job that I just was at on accident, they will give me 40 hours a week, no problem. That was the first thing he said. I said, "Can I get full time?" Yep. So that's super neat. We'll see. It depends. I hope they pay, good money. I hope it's not like cheapo stuff. I was offered a job at Michael's today. I was offered a job at uh, was it Lux or something, some makeup place that I walked into that actually has a salon in it. I never knew they had a salon. It was Mac or Lux or something like that. And uh, so and then I went back to Croc, and they're really needing management bad right now. Both those positions are vacant. Um, and then I applied at another company that's like a beachwear company, but they need people. And um, they're real nice, but I went ahead and applied in person over there, and I'm supposed to be hearing something tomorrow. So we'll see. I'll take what I can get. I wished I could have gone in town and took a shower today, and I just stayed and jobbing it some more. I figured that I need to like go after that first, you know, instead of burn the day up. Because I prefer working over this area because there's more money for payroll. So land on something. So yeah. So anyway, we'll see what happens, what tomorrow has to bring. But I just did a quick app on that one job that I was just at actually, and then it's already redirected me to the main site to apply. So um, I may try to do that tonight or in the morning because that guy's not going to be available for like the next couple days or something. But but he's really interested in hiring me because I have a very extensive background in the schmata business. Um, he was super impressed when I told him I worked for Harrison Frank Clothiers in Miracle Mile back home. And I don't even know if that company's still in business, but they were wonderful suit makers. That was so much fun working that job. It was, and they hated me there. I was top sales, and I was the only girl. It was mainly suited for men to sell suits, and most of them, they had in-house tailor, and most of them were really good at what they did. Well, all of them were, but and very senior to me, incredibly senior to me back then. I was still in high school, and I convinced the manager to hire me, and I blew the doors off that place. I was banging with sales. And it was kind of funny because it was like kind of what I planned. Because I thought, what better job than to have, you know, gentlemen that you need to wait on. And if you're a girl, you should have a good eye on what looks good and to pick out stuff. Because when a gentleman comes in to buy a suit, generally he needs everything: the tie, the shirt, the socks, even some shoes, whatever. It's just kind of a one shot deal, boom, boom. And so you get, multiple item sale. And back in the day, we did commission, and so that if you wanted to make money, you had to sell. And I was a go getter, and I had no trouble getting customers. They loved coming to me, um, and most of the time, I didn't even realize I worked there. That I was just some girl hanging out or something, and they'd ask me, "Do you think this looks good?" And I would help them. And uh, it's one thing I do like is a well dressed man, especially one that can wear a suit well and uh, and not look like a street man. You know, I'll tell you who is the worst dresser in TV is David Letterman. Man, his stuff looked like a street map. It was so bad. You know, um, yeah. But I was really, really good with that. I did enjoy that job very, very much. And it was kind of a slow paced store actually. But what did come in the door was good money, and it wasn't Beverly Hills; it was Miracle Mile, which is a high end district, um, not far from downtown LA. But uh, it was a lot of fun. I mean, we had suits that were like $75 to $1,000. You know, it just depended what you wanted to sell them. I mean, we had dress shirts that were cotton all the way to silk. I mean, it just and the ties. Oh my gosh. And the socks. Men's socks are always the nicest. They make the best men's socks, I swear. You know, but it was a neat job. I really really enjoyed that. I was really really young, and I guess if I could get into that again, I could do that too, because there's a couple little small places like Joss Bank that do men's dress clothes. They're so small though. I don't know, but yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. what tomorrow has to bring. I hope it's wonderful. I do. But I hope you guys have a great evening. I just want to give you an update as to what's going on. I gotta get some sleep. Um, and I'll watch a little YouTube, and then I gotta drive down to where I'm gonna go stay, and we'll see what happens next. Talk to you guys later. I love ya. Do something kind for a stranger, and I promise I'll see you in the next one. Oop, it jumped out of my holder.